No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 52. Northeast of Cooktown, Lakeland, 1:23 p.m. The Bordens left Lakeland Quarry in the rearview mirror of their Land Cruiser, and after a bit of up and down speed limit changes on their due south approach to Lakeland proper, the hurried and harried couple arrived at the northernmost limit of Lakeland, a town complete with a hotel and small grocery store. As they swept southward, the Lakeland State School appeared on their left just after the speed limit dipped to 40 kph. Soon thereafter, they passed Foyster Drive, and Eddie flipped his turn signal up in preparation of the sweeping right turn that would take them from Highway 40 to 81, the route they would follow northwesterly for the majority of their drive back to Dixie. Harried, feeling strained as a result of having demands persistently made on one, harassed. So, Ed said to Lizzie, accelerating hard away from Lakeland and towards Dixie once they were north of the village proper and were in farmland, "It's 5:30 in Metz, right? We're 8 hours ahead." "Correct," she replied. "It would require quite a bit of optimism to expect to hear anything from Karen or Dr. Rosier before 5:30 our time." Ed exhaled hard in confirmation of Liz's prophetic, if displeasing, observation. "So what? It's nearly 3:30 in that afternoon at the IDL, right?" "IDL?" Liz asked. "Oh, the International Dateline. Yes? What about it? Where are you going with us now, my love?" "I'm just hashing out possible lines of defense against this Brency blight in case things go poorly." And I was back on our conversation with Jerald about Y2K and the world coming to an end, with the very least all that superstitious rubbish about the computers failing. We still have 8.5 hours before we could try using some sort of bluff about his copter falling from the sky to scare him away. Just brainstorming, that's all." "I understand," Liz said softly. "It's hard having to live with anyone being in danger and not being able to help, yet alone someone wonderful that Jerald loves like Balloony. What about Mama Pie? Shall we check in with her, catch her up to date?" "Yes," Eddie sighed. "We can and should. I just wish we acquired some actual defense we could use to keep that monster away, that's all." "Understood and agreed, my love. Shall we ask Balloony to patch us through to Dixie?" Eddie, again sighing deeply, said, "Might as well," before calling out, Big B, coming quickly, if you hear me," with a chuckle as he smiled and winked at Lizzie. "I hear and obey," Balloony responded. "And what, pray tell, have you got to say?" "Balloony," Liz enthused. "We're headed north now, but we have a long way to go, so we thought now might be a good time to chat with Mama Pie and catch her up to date." "Sounds reasonable. How long before you expect to be home?" it asked. "A minimum of 2 and perhaps 2.25 hours," Ed replied, "so we'll call it 3:30, but that may be a tad optimistic." "Silly question, but you haven't heard anything from either Karen or your friend Rosier, correct?" "No, I haven't. If Karen contacts me, I plan to patch you in as soon as possible, but I'll likely give Rosie background information before putting him on the party line." Party line. Noun. A telephone line is a circuit shared by 2 or more subscribers that was common in the early and mid-20th century. "Yes, that makes sense. Otherwise, too much information and too many voices all at once," Liz said. "Would you be a dear and see if Mama Pie is awake and able to chat? We'd like to catch up if she's up to it." "I'll find out right now," Balloony said. "Be right back," he added before he had left their minds and traveled to Mama Pie's.